you played yours yet? You could do that. Can't believe Frankie beat Dunkley. Alright, I'll probably be off. Most likely I'm getting my booster shot at 6:30, and then I am going to dinner with Meg. And we're watching the Tom Brady documentary.
Since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop.
Yeah, it's like The Last Dance.
At FedEx Field. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go.
It's on ESPN Plus.
Match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Somebody you know has to have the Disney Plus bundle.
And that one will bounce out of the
it's like Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus.
At the 25.
Yeah, it's really good though. We haven't decided yet. Why? You wanted to come? Perfect. See you, man.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Got an open man, it's Washington. Obviously, slowing down Mahomes, going to be a tall order. He gets the completion there, but what do defenses need to try to do against him?
Well, as we saw in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, their #1 goal was to get him to 3rd down and long situations, not 3rd and manageable, meaning 3rd and 4 or less, but 3rd and 7 or more. There were plenty of those situations because now you can unleash your pass rushers. And if you can get that going, get him pressured in the pocket, get him on the move, use those 7 behind him to cover, that's how you can play Patrick Mahomes the best, I believe.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 6.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And these two continue to work so well together. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, maybe the best quarterback and tight end in the game today. 105 catches for Kelce last year, 2nd among NFL tight ends.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Washington's got it. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8 coming up. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Second down at 7. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw, it's Wentz. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That's complete. Okwuegbunam. And he's unable to get away. They stop him at the line on 4th and 2. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second down, here's Barkley. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mahomes now to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To Barkley on the check down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Mahomes again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Working with a 2nd and 4. To throw is Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Washington. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Alberto Kuebuna. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Humphries now to return. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here's a give to Gibson. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 108 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 31, Mahomes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Once more, Gibson. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Let's go,
Wentz is going to keep it. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go play fake. Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 2nd down, Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the 1st down if they can. It's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll go again with Gibson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz steps away to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 159 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mahomes will throw. Being chased out left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Mahomes. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Washington, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First and 10, Young. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's Young off play action. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the first catch for Jerry Rice, always fun to talk about. His career stats, Charles, they're so good. He leads in so many categories that we can't even get to them all.
Yeah, what do they say? He combines ridiculous statistical supremacy with crazy longevity. How about this? Most receptions, yards, touchdowns, just to name a few of the accolades along the way. Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Young. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
From the red zone now, Young under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Jalen Phillips leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, Young. Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Phillips dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emerson Walls. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
How best
to describe that one. I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. We're scoreless after 1. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And there to make the tackle, Pat Surtain, the rookie first-round pick. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Cunningham looking to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. They find some open field here. Touchdown Bears! Alvin Kamara, 78 yards. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. From the 27, Young, quick slant, finding Claypool. And out across midfield, down to the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing, Young, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Complete to Newsom. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there just before halftime. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Cunningham to throw. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?